Hello, beautiful, blessed souls. Welcome to Brainy Twin Gemini. If you're new to this channel, welcome. First and foremost, I want to thank you all so much for the love, the likes, the subs, the comments, the sense of community on our channel. It really warms my heart, and I love you all so, so much. So a little bit about myself. I'm a twin that's back in physical essence with my twin after being in separation. I'm a messenger on this journey. I'm meant to debunk all the myths out there, the untruths. I channel energy every single day, channel my energy in journals daily, and I strictly do the cards out of my own entertainment purposes and for pictorial purposes. I do 4 cards, 4 being my birth number, and I primarily channel masculine energy. So what I've been getting in the last several days is endings and new beginnings, rebirth and resurrection. And the masculine energy is just putting all the karmic cycles and partnerships behind them and moving forward. The numbers that I've been seeing is 333, 555, 717. I saw this morning, and 717 is one number that is, if you keep seeing this frequently, it means that it could mean that physical separation is ending and you're going to come back into physical essence of each other. There's so much more. I feel that there's unconditional love, and you're in a high vibration right now, and you're triggering and mirroring that unconditional love for each other, and it's beautiful. So I'm going to get started. Again, 4 cards. What's in the masculine's heart space as of the moment? We live in the moment. And not if everything will resonate, so what doesn't, just pack that away in your pocket. I'm always here to answer any of your questions, and you can contact me at brainytwingemini69@gmail.com. I do get hundreds of emails, and it takes anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks to get a response. So I'm going to get started, and I'm going to ask for 4 cards, please. And it's too many, and I have cards in here that should not be in here. Okay, we're good. All right, so I'm gonna ask for 4 cards, please. That's too many. So I usually let, if 1 falls out, 1 falls out, 4 falls out, 4 falls out. And this is in their current heart space. It's too many. I'm going to ask for 3 cards, please. It's 3. I'll take it. So very, very, very good message. Always good messages here. Inner child. Masculine energy is dealing with your inner child as these karmic cycles and all the low vibration and toxicity in their life. It's forcing them to look at their inner child and heal those inner childhood wounds. This is a tough journey. It's not a Cinderella story. It is a love you've never felt before within your heart, within your soul. But there is a lot of work that needs to be done. And like I said, just a messenger here. Want you to find the light of oneself, but most of all, each other, and simply just a guide to guide you through to the truth. But there is a lot of work, and healing that inner child is one of those things. Daydreaming. As the endings happen, the beginnings start and they flourish. And the masculine energy is daydreaming about the feminine. And they cannot get you out of their head, to be quite honest. And they have never been able to get you out of their head. Regardless of the situation, when you both came into each other, you invoked or started this awakening within, and it's a love that cannot be explained. But you have never left their thoughts, ever. And now that they put the past behind them, and they're daydreaming of the life that they want with you. Living in this together, building a house together, having a family, marriage, all sorts of things. And it's beautiful. Walking hand in hand on the beach. There's so many things that they're thinking of right now. And this unconditional love and blocking connection. They feel there's a trigger, and they feel that the connection is being blocked. So some of you feminine energies, you may be blocking this connection, which is fine. You do what's good for you. If it helps you maneuver forward, then do what you need to do. But they feel this sense of block. And the divine sometimes comes in and blocks a connection if you're not doing the right things, if you're still perpetuating the toxic cycles, and the divine blocks a connection from any movement forward. So I believe those blocks are disappearing, and the connection is in the energy field anyways. The connection is having momentum forward, and this is very, very important. It's dealing with that inner child, and you'll just be sitting there one day and you may just have this uncontrollable sadness and uncontrollable tears. That's your inner child coming out, believe it or not. Sometimes you're high and sometimes you're low, and it's beautiful. And mostly and most beautifully, the masculine energy knows that this is a sacred union. You came into their life at the perfect moment, even though it was the worst moment, because they were living in all of this toxic, low vibration. And you forced them to make decisions that they've been wanting to do for such a very long time. And they know that this is a sacred union, and it is a sacred union. And it's beautiful. And I love it all so much. So, if different type of message and what is in their heart space as of this moment. That's one. I cannot believe this. Okay. As I said, it can't be, nor do I ever want it to be. Okay, so very good music, because I'm reading this. Very good message. Speaking to you through music. Music is, I don't know, it's very good for the soul, and you're going to be traveling at some point today, and there's going to be music, and you're going to be, I cannot believe these words, these lyrics. It's almost as though your twin is speaking right through you, to you through music. This happened so much throughout my journey. These obscure songs would come on and I'd be like, oh my gosh, like it's just, the words speak to you. They really, truly do. As I said, meditating unconditional love. So mirroring that unconditional love for one another, it truly happens, even though if you have zero contact, if you're in physical separation, zero contact, you don't even know what your twin is doing, you don't, you have no way of getting a hold of them. They do love you. It's the truth. It's in a different dimension. It's the fifth dimension, and it's very difficult to explain. But it's the soul. So in your unconscious state, you travel outside outside of your body, in your soul, and it travels, and you travel to each other in dream state. Most 85% of people don't even know that they're doing this, but you wake up with this sense of, I was there, we were with each other. So that meditation of unconditional love is so, so important. It frees you. And some are trapped in the vortex of the low vibration in the 3D world, and that is because they're ending karmic partnerships and cycles. And for some of them, it's very difficult. There's years and years of baggage, and the low vibration of their soul tribe is bringing them down. And this resonates with the inner child I'm trying to find myself, because many on this journey have had very traumatic childhoods with lots of trauma, lots of grief, and you just subdue that inner child. You push it down. And you say that you've been healed, and you feel like you've been healed, but this is a lifelong journey. You don't just miraculously wake up one day and say, I'm awakened, I'm healed. It's a lifelong journey, and for some it takes longer. There's no time frame on this. So if they could say anything to their feminine energy, what would it be? And again, just energy. It's too many. I'm going to ask for 4 cards, please. Thank you. Aww. Two cards, please. This belongs over here. I don't know how these... I love this. It's beautiful. It's such a beautiful message. Beautiful and important. Okay, so we have faith here. And the masculine energy is saying, please don't lose faith in our love. I'm meditating unconditional love for you. And I know that it's tough, this physical separation, if you're in physical separation. But please do not lose the faith. The moment you lose the faith is the moment you lose the connection. And maybe that's what's blocking the connection, is because you're losing faith in the connection. And maybe... divine, God, universe, however you resonate, it's like, please don't lose faith. Some of this stuff is truly a test. And to see if you can overcome these tests, these trials, these tribulations. And it's to see sometimes to test your faith. And they're clearing karma. As I said, they're clearing karmic cycles, they're ending karmic cycles, but clearing karma is also very important too, because you've been selected on one of the most beautiful journeys of a lifetime. And divine, universe, God, however you resonate, has selected you to clear the karma of your family, ancestry, the past. There's trauma there. And you are meant to pave the future for all future generations of your family. And what a beautiful gift. Because you have the strength. And divine, God, universe, however you resonate, feels you have the strength to clear the karma. And for me specifically, there was a drowning in the family, and I saved several people from drowning throughout my life, and that karma was clearing that because of the guilt of this drowning, and I cleared it for future generations of my family. So that's what that means. There could be post-traumatic stress disorder, it could be addiction, it could be all sorts of things. Try and figure out your family tree and see what form of trauma or what form of healing that needs to occur there. But it is a beautiful gift, and the masculine energy is absolutely doing this. Nature, the miracle card just fell on the floor. Nature, they're grounding themselves in nature, they're getting out into nature, they're finding who they are, they're finding themselves. And in divine feminine, you get great answers to some of your questions when you're in nature, and you just sit there and enjoy the beauty of what is surrounding you. And when you do, and you meditate in nature, you get the answers you're seeking. So it's very important. And the one that fell on the floor was miracles, which you saw. This is definitely a miracle. The masculine energy is feeling you're a miracle. They were in such a low point in their life, and you brought them to this lightness, this bliss, this everything. Then they've never loved anyone as much as they've loved you. And you just came in, and they realized that this is a sacred union. They realized that you're this miracle that they've been waiting for their entire life. And it's beautiful, and I love it all so much. So, if they could say anything, a different type of message. So, very good message. They're doing very well. Some of them are trapped, but it's only temporary. The most important thing is the soul work is getting done. So, yeah, this keeps coming out. So someone news needing to hear this, or the message isn't being heard. I'm gonna ask for 2 cards. Okay. So these two go hand in hand. When we met, there was instant soul recognition. My soul is in soul shock. You've rattled my soul. I'm terrified and I'm a mess. That's exactly what happens when you come into each other. There's soul recognition. My twin and I, we wrote these cards ourselves. In one of my journals, we come up with all of this is how we navigated the journey. Everybody's journey is different. No 2 journeys are the same. But when you meet each other, you're in this sense of shock, this euphoria, I guess is the best way to put it. Your heart is like jumping out of your chest for each other. And it's scary because you just met. And it's your ego wants to come in and say, how is this even possible? You just met this person. How can your heart be jumping out of your chest? How can you possibly love someone so much? And it doesn't matter how you met. It doesn't matter if you're in physical essence. You could be you could be chatting online. I mean, that's how it started for my twin and I. We just started chatting online, and it was non-stop chatting, and then we finally met in person. But it is scary. You just blend, you know? And removing all the toxic people in my life and unbalancing our energy, and that is absolutely the meditating of unconditional love. So they're laying there at night, feminine energy, and they're thinking of you, and they're loving you unconditionally, and it's very beautiful. So what is the overall? And as I look at the time, it's 17:17. There's too many signs and things all the time. What's the overall energy? Of this beautiful, beautiful, magical connection. I love it. Yeah. I love this so much. Okay, this is the overall energy. I'm going to ask for 1 card, please. Thank you. I cannot believe this. Okay. And so we have victory here. It depends on what your definition of victory is. When you go through this awakening, you unravel all sorts of things about yourself, and you realize that there's infinite possibilities. There's different dimensions. There's all sorts of different things that you experience. Telepathy, energetic, what's the word I'm looking for? Energetic alliance, I guess. Like you're connected energetically, and you realize that this connection has opened you up to infinite possibilities, and that we are one with the universe, and it is such a beautiful, beautiful thing. And you're both awakening, and you both have awakened each other and rattled that soul to wake up, and that's why there's that you're terrified, because this is not voluntary. This is a forced spiritual awakening, and you do that to each other. And why is that? Because it's one of the greatest gifts you can have. Healing and all of this garbage within your soul. You're meant to flourish. You're meant to be in a high vibration, and you're meant to mission the word of unconditional love and clear all this karma. And you realize that. And grounding, the nature card came out. This is nature, ground, energy. If you're in low vibration, if there's some toxic elements that you've surrounded yourself with, because twins are highly empathic, and they're sponges for low negative energy, and it's exhausting physically and mentally. And you need to get out and ground that energy. Hug a tree, Put your feet in the grass or your hands in the dirt, whatever it may be, your foot in the ocean, a lake, river. The moment you do that is the moment you ground that negative energy. And it's very, very important to do that. Believe me, I know. I've always hugging a tree. I'm sure people are looking at me like, what is she doing? It's to ground negative energy, because people want to take your good energy, because twins have amazing energy, high vibes. But it's a roller coaster ride. It truly is. You're up, you're down. So again, overall energy. I'm going to ask for 4 cards, please. I love this. Oh, absolutely. This is such a beautiful message. So this is overall energy. And this card fell out. So I have been yearning for you my entire life. That sense of longing is gone. That's exactly it. You've been, navigating life, doing what you need to do. But when you come into each other, that sense of like longing, like you've been, like I said, navigating life, but there's always something there you feel is missing. Like, they were missing something. Like you never quite fit in, even though you have, lots of friends, and your soul circle is there, and your family's there, and your friends are there, and co-workers and whatever, but you just feel like you just don't fit in. And then when you come into your twin, it is like, oh, finally, I feel like I belong. So it's beautiful. And I love this one so much. You sparked the creativity within me that lied dormant for so long. I love you for inspiring me. Both of you. This is like a sequence of events, and it doesn't matter how the sequence comes. It can come in any way, but you're meant to fulfill your soul purpose, and that's your creativity. And when that creativity peaks, your soul will call to you what you need to do. And it's beautiful. And in both, you are my best friend. This is simultaneous, both masculine and feminine energy. When you came into each other, whatever form you came into, you instantly, like, it's soul attraction. Like it's uncanny, the similarities that you share. And everything is like, oh yeah. You finish each other's sentences. You know what each other's thinking. And you have such a beautiful friendship right from the get-go. And it's beautiful. And nothing else will compare to your twin friendship. It's natural. And I'm ascending to higher consciousness. That resonates with the awakening card. Both of you are ascending to higher consciousness. What is higher consciousness? It is awakening. And when you awaken, you automatically ascend to higher consciousness because you're awakened. So you have a greater sense of consciousness, and it's beautiful. And so today I want to do energy cards. Normally been doing wisdom, but I just feel energy today, and I feel like these messages. So this would be overall energy of the twin flame dynamic. And I'm going to ask for 4 cards, please. That's 3, so I'm not taking it. 4 cards, please. Cards, please. And if it's 4, I'll take it, and it is. And I see a very good message in here. Very good message. Very, very, very good. Okay, all excellent. So we have 32, Door to Spirit. And Door to Spirit to me is higher consciousness, awakening, and your spirituality is peaked, and you see this door, this opening, and it's like infinite possibilities, and that to me is the awakening, and it's beautiful. And I feel like there's a dove in that picture, and I feel like if you ground yourself in nature, your spirit guide, which is in you, your inner guide, will give you all the answers. So it's very, very important to get out there and do this. I have this attachment card, and I have the mask, and the attachment is your ego, and you're attaching yourself to your ego, and you cannot let go of ego. And also to a very, very important thing is attaching that label of physical separation. It's merely just a label. You're always connected energetically, and if this is your twin, nothing can sever that energetic bond. It just cannot happen. You will always be aligned energetically. So let go of that attachment, because if you continue to meditate and manifest separation, then believe it or not, you're inviting that into your life. So just get rid of it. And the sixth chakra, which is the third eye, this is absolutely hand in hand. The third eye is opening. You may feel some tension, headaches, some neck pain. That's an indication that your third eye is opening. And when your third eye opens, you have the most, the highest connection with spirit. And that's within you. That's your soul and your inner guide. And it gives you such wisdom to navigate this journey forward. And it's so beautiful. And happy family. I love this so much. I love the rainbow. Number 4, my number. I see this victory, and I see this happy family, and the masculine is dreaming of this, daydreaming of this family that they want to have with you. And it's beautiful, whether it's a blended family, whether it's a new family, there's a rainbow. And rainbows signify such beauty. And, you know, some of you may be asking for a rainbow. This is your rainbow right here. So that's what I have for you. Beautiful message. Victory, happy endings, happy family, new beginnings. You know, and you may feel like this new beginning, you know, you just wake up and say, today is a new day, and it's a great day. Every day you open your eyes, it's a great day. Sorry. So I'm going to ask for one card, please. Thank you. Oh, that's 2. Just a beautiful message for you to take today. There's never any negative vibes with any of these messages, because you got to stay high vibe. Okay, so we have here, okay, and it says, in order for you to heal your relationship with another, you must first heal a relationship you have for yourself. Forgive yourself, accept yourself, and love yourself. And that is absolutely true, because if you cannot forgive yourself, then you don't have the ability to forgive others. Whatever you've done, and I specifically think it's something to do with this inner child and some form of abuse. And you have to forgive yourself. It's not your fault. So if you were abused, it's a perpetrator's fault, not yours. So forgive yourself and get out of the guilt and shame. I don't know whose message this is for, but it's a very important message. So again, I want to thank you all so much for the love, the likes, the subs. And if this resonates, kindly hit the notification bell, subscribe. It truly does help. Have a beautiful day, folks.